Welcome to Chapter 2 of The Middle Way. Today we explore the one who suffers. Who is the one who suffers? The one who suffers is the part of us that becomes one with the emotional impact of sensory contact. When our eyes or ears encounter stories or stimuli in the world, the brain transforms these into emotions. Emotions arise naturally in human beings, but the one who suffers is the hidden part within us that takes these emotions personally, believing they are truly ours. It is the one who says, I am sad, I am joyful, this happened to me. The moment we identify with feelings as our own, the one who suffers comes alive. I first met this suffering self not through books, but through deep pain. I realized in the midst of sorrow that it was only me holding on to the suffering. From that day forward, I began to see clearly that emotions, both pleasant and unpleasant, are the food that keeps the sufferer alive, a cycle that never ends. Why can't most people see the one who suffers? Because it hides in plain sight. The sufferer is subtle and strategic, always working to convince us that this is me. This is mine. It lies behind the veil of emotion, just like dark matter in the universe. You can't see it directly, but its effects are observable. The sufferer isn't the emotion itself, it's the one that clings to emotion as identity. To observe it, we must use our six sense doors, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, as instruments of awareness. When joy or pain arises from sensory contact, watch how quickly we identify with it. To truly perceive the sufferer requires wisdom and practice, but it's not beyond reach. Anyone can begin by watching moments of deep sorrow or joy with mindfulness. The doorway will open, and you'll begin to see. How do we deal with it once we see it? You don't need to do anything, simply see it honestly and directly. When suffering arises in body or mind, the one who suffers appears. But here's the truth, the very moment we see the sufferer, it vanishes. In its place, the knower appears. This transition is automatic, like a switch. It reminds me of the quantum double-slit experiment. When particles are observed, their behavior changes from wave to particle. Likewise, when we observe our emotional flow, the moment of observation causes a shift. The sufferer collapses, and the knower arises. This is the simplest way of the middle way, to see things as they are without clinging. Everything in this universe is in constant change. Nothing lasts forever, especially mental formations. Let go of the idea of trying to fix the sufferer. Just observe with a heart that remains neutral. We'll continue in the next segment shortly. How does the sufferer affect our life? Profoundly, but invisibly. We swim through emotions, often unaware. Sorrow, joy, they come and go, pulling us under or lifting us up. But the sufferer makes it all personal, and we follow blindly. When is the best time to observe it? Look for emotional patterns that repeat in your life. Which type of reaction occurs most often? Joy, anxiety, disappointment? These repeating emotions offer the best opportunity for practice, not because they're easy, but because they're frequent. Every time you feel something deeply, just pause and say, this is joy, or this is sorrow. In that moment, the knower will arise. You may not yet see the sufferer. It's too subtle, but the appearance of the knower means it was there, and now it's gone. Wanting to see it is also a trap, because that desire too is part of the sufferer. So don't strive, just observe. Does knowing the sufferer change how we experience joy and pain? Absolutely. You'll still enjoy life. You'll still feel sorrow, but sorrow won't destroy you anymore. You'll see it arise, peak, and fade, just like waves in the ocean. This isn't emotional numbness. It's wisdom in action. Does the sufferer affect our daily decisions? Yes. In moments of attachment to family, lovers, possessions, The sufferer influences our judgment. We may hurt others to protect ours. But with wisdom, decisions become fairer and more balanced. Without the sufferer, the world would be far more peaceful. But even knowing this, we can choose how we want to live. We'll continue the final segment in a moment. What happens if we fully accept its presence? The world becomes lighter. You begin each day with clarity and confidence, not because someone told you what to do, but because awareness lives within you. You may still ask for advice, but only when truly needed. You no longer fear the weight of life. What would life be like without the sufferer? Strangely beautiful, not toxic positivity, but real beauty born of clarity. People would act only out of necessity, not ego. Progress would continue, but with compassion. There would be no war, no abuse of others. We'd live and let live, advancing as a species, together. Of course, that's not likely to happen at a global scale, but the choice is still yours. You can live with the sufferer or without. You can be the sufferer, the knower, or just the quiet observer. Final reflections. If you've met the sufferer within, there's nothing more I need to say. Just live your life as you are, honestly and clearly. These insights won't arrive because you demand them. They come from observing life one moment at a time, every day. Just one moment a day, that's enough. If this message resonated with you, please subscribe to The Middle Way. More episodes will follow soon. Thank you for walking this path with us.